Hello. Today I'm going to overview for you a brief outline of what you can do as an office manager to manage your office and your agents using the Relitix tools. First, I'm going to go over how you can use the monthly reports to do this. Every single month, we send out these reports to your business on the 10th of every month. This is updated data that gives us that rolling or trailing 12 months. That means if this report was sent to you in June, it covers the months of May 2020 to May 2021. First, when you open up this report, you'll see a lot of tabs on the bottom, and the tabs are your different reports. The reports that you want to look at specifically for managing your own office are called the retention report and the coaching report. Let's look at the retention report first. The retention report has all the columns in here that our recruiting reports have on your own agents in your own office. You can go in here and take a quick view of all the business that your agents have done in the last 12 months. Now, you can filter this down to your office specifically and take a look at the agents that work in your office. Then, when you've narrowed down to the agents that are in your office specifically, you can see a lot of information about their total closed volume for the last 12 months, rookie potential rating, which is one of our great algorithms that I describe in another video, and their year-over-year increase in dollars, as well as their year-over-year increase in percentage. Then you have their average close price and their median close price and close size. This is a wealth of information, and there's way more that I could cover, but I've already covered it in another video. What I really want you to look at for these retention reports for your own agents is the switch pattern match, which is the probability that these agents are going to move offices in the next 3 months compared to completely average agents' behavior in your MLS. So green means this agent is not more probable, not more likely to move offices in the next 3 months than the completely average agent. Yellow, if you have a yellow flag, that means that this agent is 5 times more likely than the average agent to switch offices, and red means this agent is 10 times more likely than the average agent to switch offices. You can look at their listing effectiveness grade. This is a grade that we give them where we grade all the agents in the MLS on a curve. This has to do with their listing effectiveness, how well they do with the listings that they have compared to the other agents in the MLS. The top 20% of agents in the MLS get an A grade. The bottom 20% of agents in the MLS get an F grade. And then here, they all curve in from there. They're not rated if they haven't had more than 6 transactions in the last 6 to 18 months. That's what we base our ratings on for various reasons, and we want to make sure we have enough data to give them a good score. Then you have their listing effectiveness impact in dollars and their batting average of the last 5 years. How many listings have they had and how many have they closed? This is a really good way to get a wealth of information on your own agents. But that's not all in these reports. What I want to show you is the coaching report. The coaching report is a high-level view of your office. Again, you can narrow this down to your office specifically using our filter tools. And you can see your own agents. So these are the exact same 28 agents that I showed you on the last filter. This is just a higher level view. You can see their first MLS transaction date, their volume over the last 12 months, rookie potential rating if they have it, their switch risk, and then you have production trends. If we took their career and we put it on a graph, and you can see the shape of their career from the last 2 years, this person's on a continued decline, and our algorithms give you this coaching recommendation that says this agent's production has been falling for at least 2 years. Review business and motivation. This agent's business has dropped dramatically in the last year, investigate cause. Now, this isn't just for agents who are not doing so well. You have agents like this where they broke free from a plateau, and this agent has entered a period of accelerated production growth. Coach and support them. And it even says they're a top tier listing agent and should be a top retention priority. This is another way that you can spend 5 minutes in a report and know everything that you need to know about your agents and what conversations you need to have with which agents in order to make sure that you're retaining them. From here, let me show you our online system and the amazing tools that we have for you for that. When you go into our online tools, you'll see agent rosters. If you go in here, you can take a look at rosters by company. So you can take a look at your own agents to identify what's going on here. When I filter down, I will see this company, this office, and I can see all the agents who have done business in this office in this date range. This is for January 2020 to December 2020, so all of last year. But I can change this to year to date to get a really good snapshot of what's going on in my office right now. Then you can take a look at all the agents that have closed business in this office during this time period, the percent of total office production that is represented by their closed volume, and a running total. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top 5 agents in this office represent almost 30% of the overall office production. And you can see here the volume, the size of the transactions, and their close price. And then you can also see office averages as a whole. You could go in here and you could just look at all of the Berkshire Hathaway offices that are included in your MLS to compare the offices and how they're doing as far as average active agents in each office, sides, closing averages, and side averages per agent. So that's another really good way to see how your office stacks up against the other ones in your company. Last but certainly not least, I want to show you another tool in our system that can help you get a good snapshot of your office. This is the Find Agent by Volume Trend office. This office tool helps you again to narrow down to your own office. And you can see when you look at this office, these are all of your agents in this office that have closed business in the last 2 years. They are plotted on a chart by their year-over-year trend. You can see their volume from the last 12 months, what their percent changes from the prior year, how many sides and transactions that accounts for, and their contact information. You can see them very clearly right here. You can also download this as a CSV file and have it very nicely laid out in a list format. You can hit download, cross tab, and choose Excel to get a spreadsheet list of all of these agents, who they are, what their production trend is in your office. You can take a look at all of the tools I have covered in this video more in depth by taking a look at our online video library. There, you will find videos outlining all of our systems tools and more videos like this on best practices. This library will be updated on an ongoing basis as we are continually adding new features to these tools and as I meet with more system users like you who are always finding innovative ways to use our system. Please reach out to me if you have any questions on this or anything else in our system.